So just tell us who you are.
Roger Spicer, Chief Executive of SSL Insurance Brokers.
That sounds very grand.
Not really. It was a company we started 15 years ago. We've just actually sold it to a private equity firm from New York. We'll probably have to work for them for another 3 years and then decide what we do after that.
And so who built the company up?
Myself and 3 other people. We worked together at the second largest insurance broker in the world called Willis. We left there in 2002, took a few of their clients, which they really hated, and did it better than they did.
And was that hard to leave and start up?
It is very hard. I remember in our first year we'd raised £1 million to start the business, and by 9 months we'd spent 600,000 of that and got 9,000 of income in, and we were all wondering what had we done. But thankfully by the end of the year we'd managed to get in 1.1 million of income, so we actually made a profit in our first year.
So at any times in that were you thinking, uh-oh?
Lots of times. I mean, not most, lots of new companies fail within 3 years because of cash flow, and so we were very careful, we were very, studious, and lived like misers for a few years to make sure the business grew, and now we employ 50 people.
Gosh. And so how did you get involved in insurance in the first place?
My passion was theatre, and I used to do lighting on theatres, and I used to be a sportsman, used to play rugby at quite a high standard, and then dislocated my shoulder, so I thought I'd better go and do something sensible. A friend of mine worked in insurance, and I followed him through. I didn't go to university.
And so what would you say to somebody in their late teens, early 20s, who doesn't quite know what they want to do? And
follow what you're passionate about, because no matter what you work in, you've got to enjoy it, because if you don't enjoy it, you won't make a success of it. And insurance sounds one of the most boring jobs in the world, and most people fall asleep at parties when you start talking about insurance. But I get to travel to the Far East 4 times a year, I go to Europe 5 times a year, the States, and you just meet lots of interesting people.
So do you think you have to go to university to be successful?
No, not at all.
So what do you need to do to be successful?
You need personality, you need enthusiasm, and you need drive and energy. No one got anywhere by sitting on their backside doing nothing. You need to get off your backside and get on with it.
So what do you look for when you're thinking of employing somebody?
I tend to skip past the academic grades and skip straight down to the bottom and see what they do outside of school or outside of their work. I'm interested in people who play sport, because that is a team ethic. I'm interested in people who have passions in volunteering. I'm a governor of 4 schools, and I also coach 2 rugby teams as well. So I like people who do more than just work, go home, sit, watch telly, go to work.
So it's not just about your grades?
No. Very, very little is about your grades, because that's got you through the door. The important bit is about you and what you do, how you present yourself, and your passion and your personality. There's no point employing people who just sit and I can employ lots of clever people. Some clever people don't have any personality, no common sense, and would be useless for my business.
So it's personality?
Yeah, personality.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.